My lovely Pisceans, welcome to your May 2020 reading. I hope that this reading finds you all well, safe, healthy, and able to find some joy in these times that we find ourselves in. The messages that I'm getting for you, my lovely Pisceans, it is a trying time for you energetically. I feel like it is a challenging time. It is a trying time. I'm also hearing that it's for you to find your outlet in this time of isolation, if you are in fact somewhere where there is isolation. Some of you may not be, but I would suggest that the majority of us are in some form of isolation. It's a time of really exploring the self, finding what it is that is your outlet, that is your release, that is your creativity, that is your meditation, that is your exploration, whatever it is for you. It's about identifying that and really tapping into that which is going to allow your energy to, rather than build, which is going to be quite weighty and stagnating. It's about finding an outlet. What is it for you? Is it cooking? Is it gardening? Is it artwork? Is it writing? Is it meditation? What is it for you that brings you joy and connectedness? It's interesting in this time of isolation. I just keep hearing that it is a time of isolation, but we've never been more connected, and it is about working with that connectedness. I feel like there's some sort of outlet there for you to utilize. So there's your words from Spirit for you, my lovely Pisceans, and I hope that brings you some sort of peace and some sort of direction. This is a general reading for you, Pisces. It's a reading for Pisces sun, rising and moon sign. Also listen to your rising sign and moon sign. Goodness knows we've got the time to do that, to really explore what is around, what sort of energy, what's coming through for each of us. Life does go on. It doesn't just stop because we're in isolation. There is still things happening and things to learn from and things to grow, lessons that we will take to grow from as humanity on a global level. If you would like a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a private reading from there. That's going to be specific to you. But this is a general reading for you, my lovely Pisceans. And there's a real sort of soft energy there for you. There's a real softness around as well. Okay, let's have a look at what's in store for you. Let's see what the cards say. I feel like you're coming from a place of, you've got the Devil card, which is in the position of the past. Now, timing's going to be different for each of you because your natal chart's so very different. But nonetheless, the energy's there. And the Devil card is about temptation. It's about being manipulated or someone else pulling the strings, someone else wanting you to do something that they want you to do that suits them, that's not right for you. So be mindful of that. I feel like that sort of has evolved already, where people have been pulling your strings, and that for some of you goes right back. And it's about you really staying firm with what you believe in, staying firm in who you are and what you want and what direction you want to take, without being pulled in all these other different directions, really focusing in on that. It's also about, the Devil card is also about temptation. So don't take the shortcut. Don't collapse yourself into, it's really easy when you're sort of doing nothing, how exhausting that can be. And it can be propagating, I guess is the right word. It just keeps growing from that inactivity. So it's about finding a direction for your energy, because that is going, if you don't, that energy is going to build and it's going to be quite heavy. There's a sensitivity to the energies that are out there. So be mindful of that. Use it creatively. Remain optimistic. Don't collapse yourself into the fear and the negative energies that are out there. Remain optimistic. That's where we want to be. Don't take shortcuts. Don't be tempted to, oh, well, you know, throw your hands up in the air and I just will wait till this is all over. Explore what you want to do. Give yourself some direction. Okay, so let's have a look at May. In May, you've got the moon, which is a water sign, you know, the water sign. This is about being honest with yourself, about self-exploration, self-reflection. The water reflects our image. Self-reflection. The dark wolf and the white wolf, that's the shadow self and the conscious self, subconscious, conscious self. And it's about uniting those, bringing those together, really exploring the depths, going beneath the surface in your emotions, going beneath the surface in your dreams, in your desires, in your goals. What is it that makes you tick? What is it that's buried in there that needs to come to the surface, that needs to be released? So it's about balancing that, because how we think, how we speak, the language, self-talk we use, our thoughts, our emotions, that's what creates our reality. And if you turn that around to becoming quite positive, optimistic, and really not just mentally thinking that, but really feeling it, that your reality is going to change almost instantly, because it is that sort of magical time. Don't self-deceive. The moon, is really bright. People go, oh, isn't the moon bright tonight? But the moon doesn't have its own brightness. It takes its light from the sun. It reflects the sun's light. So there's a little bit of deception there. So be mindful of that. Self-deception. What are you hiding from yourself? What have you always wanted to do that you don't have the courage to do, to really put in place? Well, maybe it's time to start putting things in place. What changes are you wanting to make? Maybe it's time to bring those changes in to your reality and start thinking about what direction you're wanting to move in, what changes you want to make. This is a real time for humanity to review how things have been done and what needs to change. You know, the whole humanity's been put on hold while Gaia is recovering, is repairing herself. We are insignificant, so it's about reviewing. It's about raising your vibration. It's about balancing your energies. We are all connected. And so it's about that review. It's, you can ponder it, and it's quite, this is what's coming through for you, my lovely Pisceans. And it's about really quite a big picture here. There's quite a big happening here on a global level. It's quite deep, and I could get into this discussion and be really, quite deep with it, but there's a lot happening, and it's about what we do as individuals. But we're not individuals because we're all connected, and what one person, it starts with one person, but if we all do our part, it will affect the energy globally. So it's quite important. So there's this time of reflection here for you. Time of reflection. There's a time of reflection, and it's crossed with the Five of Wands, which is really interesting. Yes, there's adversity. Yes, things are different. There's people that have lost their jobs, that are worried about where their next amount of money's coming from. How are they going to pay bills? What's being put in place by governments. There's all of those adversities, but you're not alone. And the Five of Wands absolutely demonstrates that. There are challenges, there are changes. Wands is about change. It's about things moving forward. And when change comes about, the resistance we have creates the anguish, the pain, the fear. It's about going with this is what it is, this is what we're presented with, and what are we going to do with that? How are we going to grow from that? You're not alone in this. As you can see from the Five of Wands, there is support. The wands demonstrate things happening and change being brought about, but you're supported. It's not something you're going through alone. There is support around you. So that's a really interesting first couple of cards that you've got there. Let's see, what else do we have here? You've got the Ten of Wands. Yeah, look, there is challenges. There are things that you're carrying from the past, and this has got to do also with the moon card that you got earlier. You know, this is about the exploration of your blocks, of your shadow self, of your subconscious, what's buried in there. And there's all these things, and why carry the load through into this new world? Why carry the load into this evolving way of being on a global level, the changes that are coming? So leave the burdens behind. So really use this time to sort through what it is you want to take with you as far as thoughts and behaviors and attitudes and cycles and patterns and even people. What do you want to take with you? What do you want to leave behind? Don't take it. It's a load that you don't need to carry. You can actually take with you what you have learnt, what these challenges have taught you, who you've become because of them, and how you can move forward. So that's really significant here. This is something that you're going to be reviewing. What are you going to take with you? You're going to take the whole lot and be burdened? Are you going to sort through it? Let's sort through it. You know, let's declutter. Let's declutter in this time, which is, you know, is really significant. What are you going to leave so that you can move forward with a lighter load, but all the wiser? So this is all, you know, the moon card is what's really driving this time of reflection here, but it's not something you're doing on your own. You're not alone. You are not alone. You've also got the Seven of Wands, and this says that yes, you're going to overcome it. You know, so here you are. Here's the issues. Here's what you're facing. Here's what you need to overcome. But you do overcome it because, you know, he's quite high and he's victorious. He's got that singular wand, and he's higher than those obstacles. He's higher than those challenges. So you will get through it. You will get through whatever it is you're getting through. And it's really, too, for you, a rediscovery of the self, a rediscovery of you, a rediscovery of what your talents are, what you can achieve, what you can do, and how you can move forward. It's about being creative. There's projects here that are going to really be life-changing for you. A real review of all of that. And there's success with facing that and doing something with it, molding it into something new. Absolutely fantastic. And then you move on to the Two of Wands. Here we go. There's opportunities that are coming up for you. Now, I want to say that I'm feeling like it's going to be, this is May, you know, and May, I feel like the opportunities are going to start flowing through towards the end of May. Things are going to start lightening up. Things are going to start lifting. There's going to be new opportunities. You don't have to fall back into the old patterns, the old ways of what you were doing and how you were doing it. For many of you, there's a new start, I want to say. You're moving through to a new start, a new reinvention of who you are. And that can simply be, it doesn't have to be how you work, but it's your how you think, your attitude, the way you view things. This is a time for us to really show gratitude and appreciation for the things that we did take for granted. Well, here it is. It's being magnified. You're being shown this. And so it's an excellent time to look at what choices you're making, what decisions you're making, what opportunities are available to you, because there's going to be new opportunities coming to you. And I feel like I'm sitting at about week 3 of May. Week 3 of May. So quite a busy start of self-analysis, really looking into yourself, reviewing. But then by week 3 of May, opportunities are going to start presenting themselves. Ideas, and those opportunities can be in the form of ideas, new creative outlets, a new way of doing things, a new project, a new business, something that you've not been aware of in the past and has had the opportunity to come to the surface for you. So I like that. You know, I feel like you're going to come out of the end of May and into June. There's this reinvention of you. It's really interesting. There's a new way of doing things, of looking at things. And that shift can even just be within you, which can be quite profound for you, where people externally don't really notice it. But there is a shift and a change there for you. Good thing. Interesting month, Pisces. Those opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves to you are going to give you a new start. This is the Fool. This is the first card in the tarot. This is about having the courage to move on to something new. It's a new beginning. It's a new start. And it, you know, for some of you it'll be profound. For some of you it'll be slight. You know, it'll just be an internal shift in you. For some of you it's a whole new direction, new way of making money, new way of, you know, a moving location. For some of you is what I want to say. A new business, a new venture. Working from home, you know, different for all of you. But there's changes afoot, and it's about not, you know, the Fool always moves forward with very little baggage. So here it is initially in May, you've got this opportunity to sort through what attitudes, behaviours, people, whatever it is for you that you want to shift and move forward with a lighter load, move forward with a skip in your step. Move forward, but, you know, not being the Fool, not just jumping in, but really thinking about what direction you want to take and what you're going to be doing. On a creative note too, for many of you, there's just something new coming up for you, an opportunity for a new start towards the end of May, which I really like, you know, because it's going to bring, you're going to be successful. This is the card of celebration. So there's success around you, and you're going to start seeing the results of your actions and the success that it brings you. You're going to be, you know, this is the card of celebration. So there's celebrations around you. For some of you, it's a celebration of an event, an anniversary, a birthday, a birth. There's a celebration around you for some of you. For some of you, it's a celebration of how far you've come and what you've achieved, even in isolation, what changes you've brought in. So there's a real celebration here. For some of you, it's a proposal of marriage, which would be really nice. You know, so there's something that you're going to feel really pleased about, something that's going to, you know, you're going to be celebrating. You're going to be celebrating, and it's going to take many different forms for you, many different forms for you. You've also got the Lovers here, and this is, you know, for those that are in a relationship, it's about, maybe that's the celebration, you know, it's about taking that relationship to the next level. Marriage, proposal. It's about a deeper understanding. So if you're married or living with someone in an established relationship, it's about having a new appreciation for each other, showing that gratitude that you're both in each other's lives, reconnecting, understanding each other on a deeper level, making new plans together. For those of you that are seeking a relationship, if you're seeking a relationship, there is opportunity here when this is over, that there's a connection, or maybe you're making a connection with someone over the internet, over the wires, communicating, texting, and building a relationship that way. But this is a card of destiny, you know, this is a card of things being the way they are. And this can also mean for friendships, for a job, for something that is meant to be, that's coming up for you. So don't fear that there is that in the, this is a fear of maybe, you know, I won't get that, that's not for me. This is, don't feel that fear, because that is very much there. That is very much there. That's your hope, and that's there for you. That will evolve for you, which is a really good thing, which is a really good thing. Your final card is the Seven of Swords, and this is a card of deception. Now, this can also be self-deception. This can be self-deception. What aren't you admitting to yourself? What aren't you looking at? It's also a card of someone, you know, around you could be not telling you the truth, manipulating a situation. So just be very aware of people, you know, around you. If your gut, and I want to say to you, it's not something that you need to panic about. I'm going to draw another card to get more detail with this. It's not something to panic about, but it's about trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. And if something doesn't feel right, then it probably isn't. So really trust what you think, what your ideas are on a particular situation. It speaks of something not being quite the way it should be. And that can be somebody around you. It could also be you. Self-deceiving. We're masters at deceiving ourselves. Let's draw another. So forewarned is forearmed. If you're going to be going into any venture or doing anything, or you've got new ideas, maybe play your cards close to your chest and don't talk too much about it to other people. Okay, not keeping things a little bit to yourself, not being too trusting. Okay, you've got the Queen of Wands here, and this is about you and your life's purpose and the direction that you're making, and it's about being very protective about any ideas that you have, anything, any new ventures you want to go to make, being very protective about what your thoughts are, what your ideas are, and being very shrewd about how you implement them. So I don't, that plays down this card hugely, because I don't feel like with the Queen of Wands crossing this card, it's really not going to be a huge deal. It's just something around that's not quite right, but you will discover what that is moving into June. So not something that's a huge thing. So it's about, if you've got, it can also be about you've got a particular ideas, and there's people around, someone around you that thinks, oh, you're being silly. What do you want to do that for? And so you really need to have that self-belief in moving forward with that idea. If you feel like it's right for you, then you need to move ahead with it. You need to move forward with it. Okay, I'm going to draw a card now from my Angels of Abundance, Pisces, because I like these cards. Let's summarize what words of wisdom, what's the affirmation, what's your mantra for May. Let's see what they have to say for you. Interesting month, there is ahead for you in May. It's really a month of doing your homework. Really, oh, there it goes. Really a month of investigating what drives you. Clean energy food. Clean energy food. And this speaks of, food. Well, food is our sustenance, it's what we have to survive, and it's what you put in your body that really defines who you are physically as well. But this is also clean energy food is also about the energies that are around you, your thought processes, your self-talk. Keep it clean, keep it positive. Don't fall into that negative cycle, that fearful cycle. Okay, so I'm going to read this for you. When you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. And that's really what this month of May is for you. And it's not just the physical food, it's food for thought. Food for thought. What are your thought processes? What are you putting into your body? Let's keep it clean, let's keep it focused, and it's going to increase your vibration, increase the opportunities. You're manifesting a really positive reality around you. Excellent. Excellent. I'm now going to draw a card from the Dreams of Gaia. I thought that was appropriate because, it's all about Mother Earth, isn't it? It's all about Gaia, really, this whole isolation thing. Let's see what she has to say to you, what words of wisdom she has to give to you. So what you're being shown, what's important to you in the month of May. So Pisces for May. Let's see. Okay, what have you got? Okay, so you've got this is an earth, the 10 of earth, which is like the pentacles, I suppose, the pentacle suit. But these cards have got so much meaning. They're just absolutely beautiful. And this is sort of on a par with the Empress. This is about nourishing the earth, nourishing the self, nourishing your mind. It's about growth. Look how lush that is. Look how vibrant that is. There's growth. There's new growth. So the seeds that you sow in May are going to give you the growth that you are needing for the rest of the year. There is growth. There is success. There is abundance around you, and there is that peace, that grounding peace as well. So, to me, things that are grounded here are things that provide the basics for us, our finances, our, being surrounded by beautiful things. What is beautiful to you? It varies for everybody, doesn't it? And so what brings you peace? It's also about, if you can, go for a walk or sit in your garden, be outside as well rather than just being inside. If you've got a balcony, or if you can, you are able to, where you are, to go for a walk, a short walk somewhere that is safe, then, do that. If you've got plants that you can sit around, get that really earthed sort of feel or energy. But what earths us as well is cooking, is doing those basic things that sustain us, being creative. And this is what I was talking about for you for the month of May. But it's going to really, you're going to reap the benefits of whatever foundations you lay in May. So that's absolutely amazing. So don't forget to also ground yourself in this process in May. Okay. I hope that that's been helpful for you, my lovely Pisceans. I wish you health and safety, and we will get through this. This too will pass. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website, and you can book a reading from there. In the meantime, stay safe, stay healthy. Many, many blessings to you.